Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Well, I've been recording this as I always do for about 10 minutes.
Yeah. Oh.
No, because the microphones are this way. They're very specific. Don't worry about it.
No, trust me. We chew on here. We're like,
oh, yeah. We eat a lot. This is what we do. Mm-hmm. So I edit a lot of the stuff out, too. So don't worry about it. Like if... Not the swears, we leave those in because, you got to have the swears.
Yeah, we swear.
We're all about the alcohol and the swearing.
That's right.
Yeah.
I like the Wikipedia shit, though. It's pretty good, too, though.
Sure. Irish adages. I love
I have
those.
that, too. I have 50 Irish proverbs.
I love the proverbs.
'Tis better to spend money like there's no tomorrow than to spend tonight like there's no money.
Says you if you got a mortgage and shit to pay for.
Yeah,
I don't know about that. I like Google. I'm not a Binger. I'm a Googler.
No, Bing sucks.
I know Bing sucks.
No, but Bing hits a large market.
Does it really?
Really?
Oh, interesting.
Bing is bong?
Good to know.
Bing hits the other percent.
Oh, yeah?
It's a more educated.
Sure.
Are you saying that our Google is not educated?
No, Google's totally bang on it. Bing is a certain demographic. I can explain it to you one day.
Irish proverbs. That's it. Oh, it's the first thing that came up, and all I did is goes, IR?
IR? You'll never plow a field by turning it over in your mind. That has multitudes of meanings behind it. Good Lord.
I like these ones. It says more items. Oh.
When the tongue slips, it speaks the truth.
When the tongue slips, well, it depends where that tongue goes.
Why are all these proverbs
I'm not
kind of
gonna
like
judge.
sexually oriented? I don't know.
We're a little pervy too sometimes.
I know.
So,
Yeah. Oops. Sorry.
Yeah.
What butter and whiskey won't cure, there is no cure for. Well, that one's pretty good too.
All right, so I got proverbs. I got my leprechaun shit all gathered up.
You got
let's
leprechaun
do this.
shit. Okay, let's do
I had
this.
a shot.
I feel not really prepared
I'm
right
good.
now. I don't know why.
I don't know. Maybe because we have
an audience.
It always
I'm
happens.
shy.
We're losing our momentum. Oh, please.
I'm so shy.
Okay, so they're not really paying attention to us.
And I can't see.
It's
Would
the
you like my
ambiance.
goggles? No, I need my goggles.
Give her.
What the hell were you thinking?
I find my swearing.
What were you thinking? You didn't bring glasses with you.
Do you know what? I got glasses upstairs. Do you want glasses? Not for us.
No, not for us, but
But
for
if you
yourself.
need reading glasses, I got them everywhere. I have reading glasses planted in every room of this house, pretty much.
My husband has them everywhere.
And the worst thing ever is when they're dirty and you put them on. And
I know.
And you still can't see.
And
You're
I'm
like, am I getting worse?
I feel nauseous almost. I feel like
Almost.
I'm gonna get sick.
Yeah. I've learned how to walk with glasses. Otherwise, for years, I couldn't walk with the reading glasses on because it kind of like this, you know?
I have to have them like off my
I know. It's like
no,
this.
I just put them down
I'm
here.
getting a little better. Here we are.
Hello,
Here we are
we're
again.
back again. We have company today.
The podcast.
We're in the cave, but it's your cave.
No, we're going to call this the Pod Cellar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is Jas.
And Sher.
And you're listening to Giving Up the Ghost.
Again!
Yay! Golf
Golf
clap, yay! So we do have a little bit of an audience here today.
We do.
have
They're looking at us. They're staring at us right now.
Special guests.
Special
So
guests.
special. We have Colleen and Doris. Welcome.
Say hi.
Thank you.
Hi.
Oh, there we go. I love it.
We're going to interview them on the next episode, but right now, in honor of St. Patty's Day, we're going to be
Patrick's Day.
talking about everything green.
Green.
Green, I
Green.
say. Aye.
I didn't have my shamrock shake yet.
Green. Oh, they're so good.
I know.
Did you girls have a shamrock?
Did you have a
do that?
shamrock shake yet?
Not yet.
No,
Oh.
I did yesterday, last night. Yay, I did, yeah.
It was like the first one off the line or what,
I
man?
think so, almost.
Jesus.
Darn near.
Darn near.
They had to squeeze those leprechauns just right. That's right. So in honor of St. Pat, should we do any? Should we talk? Should we thank? Should we say hello? Should we do our
let's just do our
shtick?
shit.
Just get right into it.
Just get right into
Get
it.
down at the. Well, first off, I have to say thank you. We are almost at 1,000 follows on Facebook.
I know. We were $9.99. Oh, did we look
Shit,
again?
I haven't looked lately.
I didn't look. We were $9.99.
I don't know. It's just
Noof,
like
noof,
right
the
there.
noof.
It's just talk about anticipation.
Come on, drum roll.
Come on, ring those
I can't drum
phones. Ring those phones, people. Give us 1,000.
Yeah. Come on, Jerry's kids are
Jerry's
counting
kids
on
were
it.
Jerry's kids now. Oh shit! Look, it's still at $9.99.
Shut up! Come on.
I'm gonna have to push the masses again, I guess. Anyway,
Jeez.
but we had so much good
It's a good
feedback.
number, though. It's
It
a
is-
triple number.
Yeah, and you
It's one of my
reverse that, and
It
you
is
know it's the
so-
devil's number.
Yeah.
The devil.
The devil do it.
The devil. All depends on how you look at it.
Yeah, I know,
All
yeah.
depends on what your belief system is, I guess. But we've had like a wonderful run last couple weeks. We've encountered
Crazy.
so many people. We've had so many good interviews. Still incoming interviews.
So
and,
much.
Yeah,
I can't keep up.
I can't keep up. Actually, I'm trying to keep up. I have to write everything
I know,
down.
you're keeping up. I'm like, just
Yeah.
like trying to keep up with my kid.
There you go. So if we haven't gotten to you yet about interviewing, it's coming up. And a lot of you just graciously decided to give your stories for us to read on our episodes, which is coming up
too. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Oh, no,
absolutely.
for sure.
Yeah.
Like, we have a bunch of stories from Brandon, a bunch from Gimli.
Shitload from Brandon.
One from St. Francis, one from Lac de Bonnie with a crazy video that goes with it too.
Yeah.
Later we're going to show you some videos if you don't. If you want to shit your pants, we got some videos.
Yeah, we got
people
pants shit material for you.
Pants shitting. That's right. I ship my pants.
Yeah.
But anyway, no, that's okay. Don't worry about it. It's all
musical.
Good. It's all good.
Yeah, I know.
But anyway, here we are tonight. We're talking about St. Patty's Day. Since when this episode airs, it will be St. Patrick's Day.
Patrick's Day.
St.
I was going to buy us a necklace with a shot glass right on it.
Oh yeah. Anyway, trying to be cool. We're not cool. And
totally,
probably, because we have an audience here, our swear quotient will be like, well, mine will be really down. Then I go like,
I know, yours gets really down.
Ribbit. That's why I got to do the shots, right? We're drinking watermelon schnapps. So delicious. And I've got a twisted tea happening here.
Oh, I love my twisted teas. Twisted teas are awesome. It's like Kool-Aid with a kick.
We got some nachos happening and stuff. So it's excellent. But again, if anybody wants to get a hold of us or needs to get a hold of us or wants to share a story, we're here to listen. That's all we do. We listen. We
want
understand.
You to share.
This is your platform. People may not understand you, but we get it. So email us at
Givinguptheghostpodcast. Oh, I stuttered on that one. Let me try again.
Redo.
Givinguptheghostpodcast@gmail.com.
That's her announcer sexy voice.
That's my announcer voice.
That's her sexy voice.
That's my phone voice.
Don't be alone. Pharmacy. Don't be alone. Pick up the phone.
Pick up the phone.
No, we don't do that. Not at all.
No, God, no.
Anyway, so here we are, St. Patrick's Day. So I want to discuss a little bit on how the legend of leprechauns
started. Leprechauns. I want to know about the leprechauns. I'm sorry, I'm chatting with my husband momentarily.
That's okay. It's all
about
good.
My child.
You know, it's funny. The funny thing, I'll tell you girls, I got a really, really cool story. So you know how they say there's like pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, right?
I know.
I remember when I was a kid.
Did you find one?
No, but
shit.
Back when I was a kid, back in Woodridge, I had some older uncles, but they weren't older, like, because like it was such a varied family. So say if I was 6 years old, 8 years old, these uncles would be like 20, 21.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they're young uncles, kind of, right? And they're all wild because it's the 70s, man. You know, like peace and love. I know that's 60s, but you know, a lot of the devil's lettuce happening and shit like that, even though I didn't know it was devil's lettuce at the time. So there was like some big reunion back in 74. We're all in my aunt's place, big sprawling lot that went back into the bush, and there were rainbows because it was raining earlier that day.
Oh, isn't that
cool? Yeah, and then all of the older, let's say, cousins, a few of the older cousins and some of the aunts and uncles and these people that were actually cousins visiting from out of town, let's go chase the rainbow, man. So they go dirting out. It's like dusk time, right? So they're dirting out into the bush, into the back 40. You know, me being a little kid, I want to go out. You can't go. You can't go. And they're like, we're going to go catch a leprechaun. It's like, I want to catch a leprechaun. I want a leprechaun. Yeah. So anyway, and then they disappeared out of sight. Probably went back out to the smoke more.
Yeah, probably.
Right?
Yeah.
And then
we're going to catch a leprechaun.
Yeah, that's right. Catching something. Catching a buzz. And then they come back and they're like, look, I caught one. And then they showed me, but I guess it was a lightning bug, right? Like it was just, you know what I mean? But I'd never seen one of those even.
Right.
Oh my God, they caught a leprechaun.
Oh,
you know,
no
so
way.
It instills the belief, right? You know what I mean? Like when you're a kid and you don't know better, and it's like, oh, they caught a leprechaun.
But you know, don't you ever still look at a rainbow and go, where is it ending though?
Yeah, you always want to
know where the hell it's landing when you look at it.
I know. And have you guys ever noticed I don't.
Oh, I got pictures of double rainbows.
They're but when I was a kid, there was no double rainbows. What is that? Now there's double rainbows. I don't
Extra
remember
shit
ever.
in the atmosphere,
I guess
reflecting
so.
more crap.
I don't know, more
satellites bouncing shit off of
more
shit.
Reflective shit. The alien spacecraft and
alien farts that are being released.
That's
from the UFOs.
pretty much it.
Yeah, I know. I don't know.
Anyway,
no, I know. Really though.
So we've got some cool leprechaun stories here.
Leprechauns. Oh,
happy St. Patrick's Day. Happy Begora.
Patrick's Day.
So how the legend started. So according to legend, however, leprechauns usually don't trouble you if you leave them alone. Some farmers used to make leprechaun offerings of whiskey with the hopes of ensuing a good harvest and a healthy livestock, or drunken leprechauns. I don't know. Leprechauns are said to like alcohol, and according to some traditions, they work as distillers.
Do they like Irish whiskey?
I guess so, Irish whiskey.
Hey.
Sure, that's maybe where it comes from. They also work as cobblers, metalworkers, and bankers. What? I guess that explains the gold. Harry Potter.
Harry Potter in the basement.
Are those goblins?
They are goblins, but it reminds me of Leprechaun, though, right?
And we did do an episode on Hobgoblin Girls. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Hobgoblins?
There was one episode I was going to say to them, if you guys want to go back to our catalog, let's just say if you want to indulge us and want to see how goofy we are, weird we are, crazy we are, check out Krampus. We did this at Christmas time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, listen to our episode. Listen to our episode. What's freaky about the Krampus, like, you know, we go a lot into the history and stuff, right? Mm-hmm. We were recording on December 5th, and we found out that is actually Krampus Day. And we shit our pants. Well, I shit my pants.
She's like,
I'm like,
it's
close the curtains. No shit. So, anyway, cool, sorry, I didn't mean to reflect on that. But anyway, there's also a drunken variant on the creature of a leprechaun called a Leprechaun.
Oh, you said it so nice. So I would have been
what
like,
were you going to say?
That's why I was going, why? Don't make me read that shit, because I'm not going to read that.
Yeah, I always give her the words that are just kind of tripping her
horrible,
up and stuff. Yeah, sorry, I don't do that on purpose.
No, I know.
So the idea of a leprechaun as a jolly, itinerant elf is a product of mid-20th century American popular culture. Leprechauns first entered the American cultural consciousness after the publication of two popular books shortly after the turn of the 20th century. Hermione Templeton Kavanaugh's short story collection, Darby O'Gill and the Good People.
Darby O'Gill?
I thought it was Darby O'Gill and the Little People, but whatever. No. And James Steffen's novel, The Crock of Gold. In the latter, Steffens wrote, a leprechaun is more of value to the earth than is a prime minister or a stockbroker, because a leprechaun dances and makes merry.
As it steals your gold. No.
Yeah, as it robs you blind and stabs you in the heart. But the leprechauns in these books weren't all good, and Steffens also has them kidnapping children and framing a man for murder. Shit.
Would they do shit like that, though, really?
I don't know.
That
sounds like mafia stuff.
Yeah,
mafia leprechauns?
Like culturally speaking, are leprechauns assholes like that?
I guess so, yes. Oh. Well, whatever it takes for them to get their gold, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Leprechauns made a resurgence a few decades later with the 1947 Broadway debut of Finian's Rainbow.
Ooh.
Dancing. Hey, maybe that's like, what's his name? Lord of the Dance, right? Michael Flatley. Anyway, a musical in which a leprechaun and his magical pot of gold teach a racist Southern senator a lesson about tolerance.
That's just funny. I'm sorry, I don't know.
Francis Ford Coppola later turned this movie into a movie starring Fred Astaire. Leprechauns played similarly mischievous but good-hearted parts in a few films over the next 2 decades, including a Disney adaptation of Kavanaugh's book in 1959.
Lucky Charms!
Lucky Charms! Breakfast cereal, which featured a leprechaun named Lucky as its official spokes creature.
I like that. We're going to have to use that.
We need a spokes creature.
We need a spokes creature. We have a spokes creature.
I guess would that be...
we have a spokes spooker.
Spooker?
We have a spokes spooker.
Spectre?
Yeah, Spectre the spokes spooker.
Yeah, or Ghosty or a guy. Yeah, anyway. So the spokes creature appeared in store shelves in as early as 1960s. This association between leprechauns and luck may have to do with the traditional belief that leprechauns could prevent farmers from experiencing misfortune, but chasing after a leprechaun to steal its food, as the children in Lucky Charms commercials have sometimes done, would more likely enrage the creature than bring good luck.
Yeah, no shit. He wouldn't be like, here's your marshmallows. He'd be like, I'm not going to share no marshmallows with you.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
But leprechauns?
And yet the shit you're about to tell us is a little freaky, Doris. So don't get frozen and then say, I got nothing.
I don't know what I'm saying.
What else do you have on leprechauns there, Cher?
I was just I wanted to look at some of the Wikipedia stuff because I was like, it says, they are solitary creatures who spend their time making and mending shoes and have a hidden pot of gold at the end of a rainbow. If captured by human, they often grant 3 wishes in exchange for their freedom.
Like genies.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Like other Irish fairy tales, leprechauns may be derived from the, why did I pick shit I can't speak? Tuatha de Danann.
Let me see.
Tuatha de Danann.
Toyanta?